Alright guys, today we are going for some zombies achievements in the hit game Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Awaken the Gazebo is the first one we will be doing. This is not a difficult achievement. It's tedious, but it's not hard. So Awaken the Gazebo is not a difficult challenge. ZWR has their own board for Awaken the Gazebo specifically. We, being SRC, has a board for Pack-a-Punching Without the Bank. So it's similar, but not quite the exact same thing because Awaken the Gazebo is like, so Pack-a-Punching Without the Bank, I'll show y'all what I mean. But pretty much Pack-a-Punching Without the Bank, you can just do whenever. Awaken the Gazebo, you have to do everything on round 1. So that's what we're going to do today, for this achievement at least. And then I'm going to look at some other achievements. Besides like the Easter egg and stuff, I'm trying to think of some other challenging achievements for BO2. Alright, so fun fact, there are 6 zombies on round 1, so you can do that. And if I had the perk, the perma perk for double pistol points or the proning at the perk machines, this would be like way easier, but I don't. But we are going to get the Awaken the Gazebo achievement real quick. No bank, no fridge, nothing like that. We can only use our points. We can hit the box. I'm pretty sure there's enough points to hit the box one time. Am I confident in this? I'm not too confident, but since it's the first one, if it's not good, we could just restart. We have enough points to hit the box one time after everything is said and done, I'm pretty sure. And we also will need to, so we can either hit the box or we can purchase one of the weapons we draw, but we do need a weapon to get through the witch's house because we have to get through the house in order to pack a punch. And we can't do it with the Colt. Even if I didn't use any ammo, we can't do it. So if you do not know, since there are probably a lot of new people playing this game now, on Buried, when you destroy these debris with Leroy or Arthur, depending on the distance away from when you start it, it depends on the amount of points you get. So if I did it right in front of it, I'd get like, I don't know, 100 points or something like that. But if you do it as far as you can, you get the max amount of points. So if that makes sense. So like Jug all the way over there, it's behind this thing. So we're going to come over here. We're going to line it up. I've always done it, you know, just like the middle of his body to kind of go towards it. You don't want to make him do it too much though, because it's a far distance. That should be good. Yeah, that's good. And then that will give us 2,000 points. So that's definitely really good. But it costs 1,000 to get more booze. So in order to actually go through the witch's house, we do need to buy booze multiple times. So if we're getting at least over 1,000 per debris destroyed, we're making profit, if that makes sense. Oh, and we need to turn on the power as well. We need to open this. There was one time back in 2013 when I was trying to get this achievement for the Xbox. I did the whole thing, the whole rigmarole. I went all the way up to Pack-a-Punch and the power wasn't on. I forgot to turn the power on, so gotta make sure not to do that. Alright, just recently I screwed this one up. Actually I'm not gonna do that. I had one time it happened, he got stuck on that piece of wood there, and like it completely, like that should be fine. Like he hit this wood and then he like didn't go. He's gonna hit the thing. Oh, he didn't. Nice. Yeah, see, we're chilling, we're chilling. I could also probably go for 7 perks on round 1, maybe, if I feel like it. Right now, I'm just gonna focus on the, right now I'm just gonna focus on Awaken the Gazebo, because this video is mainly around zombies achievements for BO2. Will I do one for BO1? Absolutely, but this video is just focused on BO2, and I figured we'd start with probably the most infamous but not difficult one. So Awaken the Gazebo, like I said, it's not hard, it's just tedious. So you have to make sure you do everything correctly. You have to make sure you don't mess up destroying any debris. And you need to make sure that like you do everything right. So we have to open the witch's door, and we have to open this door. So we are right at 5,000 points, but we can't go in there without a weapon. So technically, so we need more points, right? This is not a problem. Technically, I could hit the box, get the paralyzer, and do some stuff, but I don't want to do that. So instead, what we'll do is, you see this chalk I just picked up? We're going to ignore that. We're going to try and farm out some more points. So this debris right here, not required. Technically, no more debris is required to destroy, but I'm going to destroy this debris for the nav card table to get more points. That should be good. I hope. If not, I screwed up. He's gonna hit the wall. No, he didn't. Okay. Whew. So this is like the most. This is. I'm gonna go on a limb and say this is the most non-used piece of any zombies map ever. This is only here for the nav card parts. You can buy this door and get in here. You can destroy the debris, but literally the only thing back here is the nav card table parts. And 99% of people probably don't even know what the nav card is. Probably like, the what? What are you talking about? So you got to spend money to make money. So like I said, we could hit the paralyzer. We could hit the box with the paralyzer and fly around and make this easier, but we're not going to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy this for 750, but then we're going to write this chalk on the wall for 1,000, so then we make 250 points. And we're going to destroy the Vulturade church, the church for Vulturade. We're going to destroy that debris, do another wall chalk in there. Also, this is, I'm not speedrunning this, by the way. This, we would have been way done if I was speedrunning this. Or not me, like, okay, that sounded like I'm like cocky about it, but you know what I mean. Like if this was a speed run, we wouldn't be being all like extra careful with this kind of stuff. All right, so we also could destroy this, but I'm not confident in the points to do all that. All right, so we have 5,500. We'll draw a chalk thing, and then we'll have 6,500, and then we'll buy a weapon. If I wanted to, which I could, actually, yeah, I am going to. You don't need to do this, but I'm going to buy the door to the courthouse, and then I'll draw the final chalk wall by, and that'll give us 2,000 points instead of the regular 1,000. How much does this door cost? Is it 1K or 1250? 1250. So we'll still make money regardless. I'm going to go in here. We don't need to buy any perks either, because like I said, this is we're just doing this game for the achievement. I also do want to get shotgun rank. I never did get the shotgun rank in BO2. I only had the knife rank back in the day, so we're definitely going to go for the shotgun rank as well. And also, if you ever play this map, I would not recommend opening this door, but we're going to do it anyways. And I also didn't have to open it. I could have like went through the tunnels, and then I don't know how much that door is over there though. Doesn't matter. So get the PDW, we'll go draw that up there, and then we will decide if we should hit the box or not. Because the thing is, we can hit the box if we get the paralyzer. That sucks. Like if we get the wonder weapon, that's bad because the paralyzer does not kill the witches, so that will not be useful. See, there we go. We have 7,000. We could probably hit the box like once, to be honest. But you also, it doesn't hurt to have a safety net, because remember, if the witch hits you, you lose your points. But I believe that's all of the debris that can be destroyed. We destroyed that one. We destroyed all of these. Yeah, so what we'll do is we will just buy the AN94 instead of hitting the box. So that drops us down to 6. We could hit the box though. I'm going to, just for fun. Just for little funsies. And we get ray gun. Okay. It literally doesn't matter. Also, this... oh, I didn't say this. So, I'm a horrible YouTuber here. So, for anyone wondering, what is the Awaken the Gazebo achievement? It is pack-a-punching on round 1 without using the bank or the weapon locker on buried. Sounds difficult. It's really not, like I said earlier, just tedious. There's some other achievements on this in this video that are going to be way more difficult. The one I'm thinking of right off the bat is reviving a player 4 different ways in a match of origins. That one is going to be very strange. Strange isn't the right word. That was just going to be very aggravating. Right, so because we didn't get the ballistic knife, we're not going to go for the 6 perks or the time bomb. Like I said, like if I wanted to do that, I could get these perks. I could do the pack punch, come back, blah blah. But anyways, let's do this. All right, so remember, we cannot get hit. I'm pretty sure I remember all the spawns. Well, I don't want to sound embarrassing, but I'm positive I know all the spawns. All right, so because we don't have a paralyzer, we can't fly through. Also, we can shoot that, but we can't jump down or we will die because we didn't crush the fountain from earlier. Please be open. Of course not. I have gotten lost in this maze many a times, and I also need to be careful because if the witches are following me, which they are. Okay, we got me. Okay, that's fine. All right, so well, we killed the witch. Not a big deal. But now we need to go pack-a-punch, and that door is also closed. Sick. All right, we don't want to die either. That would be very embarrassing. So we have to get on the other side. Dude, I've gotten lost in this maze so many damn times. It's insane. All right, so there it is. Pack-a-punching without using the bank or the weapon locker. We do need to retrieve the weapon, but there we go. Awaken the gazebo. And buried pack-a-punch weapon during round 1 with no bank or weapon locker. See, not that bad. Like I said, just a little, just tedious, but not even really tedious, to be honest. Anyways, I'm probably going to farm out some points to put in the bank, because I have a community leaderboard world record I am going for that requires that. So I will see y'all in a little bit. All right, next up is transit. We have multiple different achievements that we are going to be looking at. So let me scroll down real quick. So we've got happy hour. Let's see. So I'll also say a lot of these, not that difficult. A lot of these are pretty easy. But like fuel efficient is just using a teleporter. Buying 2 perks, just use a turbine. Transit, one of the denizens. This one is easy. So we're going to be going for some of the difficult ones. This one, don't fire until you see. This one is kind of difficult. I swear I got this one time, by the way, and it didn't pop. Not on PS5, but like I swear I got this one time and it just didn't work. Pacify 10 zombies, that one's not difficult. All additions to the bus isn't that difficult. Tombstone I can't do on solo. And then 4 different equipable items. So we're going to be going for standard equipment may vary, and don't fire until you see. So have all doors open without being set on fire. I believe this only counts buyable doors. I am pretty sure this is only buyable doors. And then this one is easy. Standard equipment may vary. This one isn't that difficult. Just EMPing or galvanuckling the Avogadro before being attacked by him. Anyways, this is my first transit game with PS5. Yippee. Alright, so on transit, it is actually a little different because there are 4 zombies in here when you spawn in. So it's 9 zombies for round 1 on this map. This map does have the bank. That's definitely the easiest way to do 90% of these achievements is to use the bank. Will we be using the bank? Absolutely. We are 100% using the bank. Also, if you know, you know, bro. The transit horse, if you know, you fucking know. Let me also just say, Crazy Rabbit made a video, said transit horse with Woods, with the Woods voice actor was Lost Media. Sent him the video. It was me. Anywho, dude, just like looking at some of these. So I'm not revisionist history. No, transit is and was a bad map, and I'm not going to be hearing no bullshit about, oh, your transit actually wasn't that bad. I'm not listening to that. Not listening to that. However, I used to make videos. I think other people also definitely did this, but I would specifically make videos. I would load into a map, no cuts, live comm, theory crafting as we're going. Just run around the map and craft some theories. This transit horse, even though I'm pretty sure that looks like a donkey, but the transit horse theory, bro, if you know, you know. Anyways, we already maxed out on points. Yep. All right, so let's go ahead. We're gonna be trying to do as many as we can. So no part. All right, and I am aware that we will need to open this door. I do know that. Also, nav card part. If you know, you know. I'm not going back there because of the fire. We can't get hit by a denizen, though. Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. I didn't power it on. No, that's on me. That's on me. All right, so here's the last zombie. Also, like, the zombie clothes is... there's all these, like, theories that we used to have back in the day. Like, oh, you know, this zombie looks like he's from a prison. Then other zombies have, like, psych ward outfits on. It was so, like, you know. Also, we don't need to be on round 1, actually. I forgot about that. It'll make it easier, but all right, so this is for the fuel efficient one, is to do this. I am going to get on the bus just so that it starts to move, but then we are going to jump through this. All right, so fuel efficient, where are we? Okay, I know where we are. We're in between power and town, I'm pretty sure. I will say the aesthetic for transit is very good. All right, so we're here at town. Remember, we cannot be set on fire. If we are set on fire, we're going to have to restart it. I mean, we'll still get the other achievement, but if we get set on fire, we do have to restart. Not on fire. Look at that. All right. We can take damage and, you know, all that stuff. We're not doing anything like that. But here's the bank. Dude, I used to make videos back in the day of, like, this was very heartbreaking. This is what radicalized me. I'm sitting here in 2013... and I'm just sitting in front of the bank. I'm sitting in that bank vault camping. I'm like, all right, guys, today we're just going to be filling up the bank until blah, blah, blah. And I'm doing all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm happy. I'm so happy to be here. I'm excited. Yippee, you know, the old whimsy I used to have. And then I learned that on local play, the bank doesn't save. That was very heartbreaking to me, by the way. unbelievable, horrible moment for me. I'm telling you, bro, it radicalized me. All right, we'll also go ahead and get stamina up, and we'll try to get jug. Remember, we can get hit by a flaming zombie, but I think if we kill it while it's on fire, I think it will. I think it would count as being on fire. I'm not sure though, but I don't want to test it. And since we're not playing town, we can go ahead and buy jug. We'll buy 2 perks before turning on the power. Go ahead and get that achievement out of the way. And when I make the video for platinuming the game, I won't do like I'll just put clips from these videos back into the platinum video. Alright, so let's go ahead, and we are literally where it dropped us off last time. Insane. Bro, it's whatever. I have to buy quick revive anyways. Now I got some points at the bank. Cool with buying this. Can we run through here? No, we can't. Maybe we can. I'm not confident in it. What I will say though, the one thing I'm not doing, not going to try and do the transit Easter egg solo. Not gonna try to do that at all. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? And now they're... Dude. You know what? Fuck you, man. Oh, yeah, max ammo. Yeah, break the turbine. Who fucking cares? Still not set on fire, though. That's so stupid. The denizen was on my head for like 2 fucking seconds, bro. Pisses me off. This map sucks. I can't stand this fucking map. Still not on fire, but I went down on round 2. This is very quickly becoming a very rage-inducing video. I can't go back to the diner, by the way, because there's a giant thing of lava in front of it. I could go to the farm. The cornfield, this is a little spooky. I bet that, dude, if that counts, that's gonna count as fire damage, I bet. I bet that's gonna count as fire damage. And this whole fucking run is chalk. It keeps taking me back here. Transit, what the fuck is your problem? I cannot believe I went down. That's so stupid. Okay, so we're here at the power station. Unless that denizen hit counts, we have not been set on fire yet. Turn on the power, I guess. Not that it matters, because the perks we bought are gone anyways. I don't know. I don't even know why. Like, oh, it's supposed to, it makes it harder for you to traverse the map so the game doesn't crash. I don't fucking care, bro. Denizens are so stupid. Speaking of old theories, though, I did used to have an old theory. So Moon 2 was a big theory, right? And if you go under the map in theater mode, there was like a second teleporter thingy that looked like this. So, you know, the theory was, oh, Moon 2, you could teleport there. But there's also outside, I can't really show it without the fog, but with the fog, it's easy to show. You can see 2 like water towers that look, they're like copy pasted assets from the Black Ops 1 map Radiation. And in that Black Ops 1 map, you can open up, there's like a button on those towers where you can open up like a little underground door. And my theory, which, listen, bro, this was a good theory, is that you could open up said door, and after you open up said door, you could go downstairs and then you could teleport to the moon. Now, listen, obviously nowadays, like teleporting to the moon, that's very far-fetched, yes. But back in the day, that, you know, I was young, I was whimsy, I was optimistic maybe. But the whole thing of like the radiation towers being there and then you opening the doors with the button, that was a good theory. That was a good idea. And no one will ever convince me that it was not a good idea. Heart's not over here. Do I need 2 more or 1 more? I need 1 more. Or I need 1 more after this because I need the battery, right? Or this is not the damn, that's the part for the, oh my gosh. The part for the jet gun. Where's the damn battery? Oh, the bus is here. Okay, bro. Oh, also, these, I used to always think like, these are obviously just like copy pasted assets, right? But you know, the theory was like, oh, what's on the screen? Is it Ascension? Are we going back to Ascension? Or, you know, is it some alternate reality or something? You know, this was before like the Crenorium or what, maybe not car battery, but whatever the last part is, where is it? I'm not looking up a guide on how to build this in 2026. That's just not happening, dude. Sorry, not happening. Let me make sure, like, it still needs another part. It needs something. And this is a horrible buildable, by the way. 0 out of 10 buildable. Oh wait, no, it's the window seal. Okay, well, I swear that was a location you could pick it up. Tombstone is usually here if you're playing co-op. I'm losing my damn mind. Remember, we're going for 2. We're going for the don't fire until you see, and then building all of the buildables. Okay, well, whatever. We have a jet gun part. We'll do this one anyways, I guess. Because if the denizen that was on fire counts as fire damage, Like, if I go through this whole thing, I do the don't fire until you see requirements, and then it doesn't give it to me because that denizen, I'm going to be pissed. So I'm just going to focus on the buildables right now. So the towers are behind me, but you can't see them because of the fog, like I said. But if you turn off the fog, they're literally copy-paste radiation towers from Black Ops 1. And I don't know, bro. It was just a really good theory that, like, it's interesting that they use those assets when they couldn't use any other assets, but they used those assets for that, like, part of the map, and those assets you can open something up to go underground. I'm just saying. I'm not lost, dude. I'm just stupid. Okay, so yeah, go ahead, buddy. I don't want to catch on fire. So I'm just stupid. That's on me. Let's buy stamina up again. Let's put this jet gun part on again. Well, no, we didn't. We never did. We have to be careful not to catch on fire. We're gonna buy jug. I'm gonna pull more points out of the bank. I would really rather not. I'm trying to not use the bank. I need to save what's in the bank for as long as I can. But let's go ahead and buy jug, and then I won't be as nervous. 6-7, you know, whatever happens. But the good news is now we don't need to use the turbine. We can just have denizens jump on our head, and then they'll automatically do it now that we have the power on. Let's try to jump on the bus, I guess. Now that we have perks, I'm chilling. I'm not that worried about it. I did keep the doors open. That's insane. That's kind of crazy. It's fine. We're not going to catch up to it, but I know how to get to the farm. So we'll just run through here and then we'll catch up with them, I guess. It's fine. So we have built the turbine. We need to build the little power thingy. We need to build the little, like, lawnmower turret over here. I'm definitely being slow and just forgetting, but I don't remember what the other one is. Also, this is a turbine door. We'll open it just in case. Claymores are... we don't need them. Actually, they'll be good for mobility, I guess. I mean, not really. Turbine's better. I've already bought them. Who cares? Huh. So this is very scary. All right, we're chilling. We're chilling. All right, so this door's open. The fridge has a weapon in it. I'm not going to take the weapon out because the weapon in here is not on transit. So if I take it out here, it will turn into, like, the other weapon. If I... Also, I don't... That's for the napcard table. If I put it back in, it won't be the weapon that I originally put in there. So anyways, the main thing we need to do right now is try and find all the parts for the lawnmower. And I don't know if we need to... I don't think we need to use them. I just think we need to build them and, like, pick them up or something like that. I don't really know, but I do have to be careful not to get set on fire there. And also talk about a part location I don't remember. I have no fucking idea where the parts are for this. I've never built this. That's not true. I built it on the 360 to get this achievement, but that's it. I get double tap. Should we get double tap? It does not matter. There's no point. The only thing I need: stamina up, jug, and quick revive. I swear, well, I know not all of the parts are in the barn. I'm thinking. Again, I'm not looking up a guide for how to build the transit buildables in 2026. We're just gonna... Okay, wait. They might actually all be around here. I might have been overthinking it. Is there 4 or 3? I think there's 4. Okay, so that one's built. If we need to come back and actually acquire it, we can, but I'm not gonna grab it because if I set it down, it might kill the zombie. All right, so next up is that sucks. We're gonna turn around instead so that we can not get set on fire. Like I said, though, I feel like that denizen that was on fire, I feel like that might count, and that's really screwed up if it does. But just in case, I'm more worried about the buildables achievement right now. So I think I remember where all the jet gun parts are, but dude, talk about something I haven't done in a while. Dude, I have built the jet gun at least once, but that's all I know for sure, is that I built it at least one time. That's it. I don't know anything else. So do I remember where they are? Yes, but do I remember how to get there in the fog? Maybe. Big emphasis on the maybe. I also want to make sure I don't set myself on fire. Crazy though, also, that some of these locations never became survival maps. I know that Diner was planned to be a survival map, like we know about that, but I feel like a lot of these locations could have been survival maps. Like this would have been sick. Just like one cabin, throw, I don't know, some perks around. You don't have to, but like just throw some perks or some pack-a-punch machine and then call it a survival map. That would have been cool to me. And then the fact that we could never use that is criminal. Also, for some reason, I want to say you can knife faster when you have the turbine out. I don't know if that's true, but I know that you can run faster, so that's why I have it out. Turbine. Oh, the shield. That's what I was forgetting. The shield from Diner. Yeah, okay. All right, let's go back to trying to traverse. I would like to get to Diner so that I can build the shield. And then I still need to buy, as there's still a couple doors I need to buy. Okay, it took me to spawn. That's great. I don't really want to be here, but I will buy Quick Revive again. By the way, second time I bought it this round. I'm thinking if there's anything I can do here. I can't go through here because there's a lava pit. So I will be caught on fire. Unless I get the bus, I literally can't get to Diner though. Because there's these like little lava blockades in front of most of the ways I can get to Diner, and I can't catch on fire, so I can't do that. And even if the denizens hoed me and caught me on fire, I still don't want to chance it. Whew, look at that. All right. So we are at Diner now. We have the box. We have some shield parts. Let me open this just in case. Like I said, I don't know if turbine doors count, but let me open it. How's the health? Health is still good. We do have this for Galva Knuckles. Should we get Galvas or should we try to go for the bus achievement this game as well? So we open this door. We need to open that door. I don't know if there's any other doors I'm missing, but I'm nervous to open that one in case it didn't count. We are going to put this up here. I can get the bus achievement pretty easily any other day. I'm going to put that up there just for today. We're going to open this. I doubt... Yeah, so what am I missing? What am I missing? Type 25 is fine. What doors am I missing? Or does the denizen damage count? If the denizen damage counts, no big... Or the fire damage, like... If the zombie or denizen's on fire and that damage counts, no big deal. I just don't know. I'm building stuff, bro. I don't remember the last time I built the zombie shield on transit. This is like the only map where the shield is not useful. I guess maybe it's useful, but like, I don't know, whatever. All right, so there's the shield. I will pick this up because it's not gonna kill the zombie. It's not gonna hurt them at all. So what other doors am I missing? So I have all the doors from spawn. I have the two doors here. I have all the farm doors. I have all the farm doors. I have all the power doors. And I'm missing one door at town. I am missing a door at town. But let's also try to go through here so we can get another jet gun part. If the Semtex door, that's the one I'm missing at town. If the Semtex door doesn't work, then that means I took damage. I will double check, but I'm pretty sure the fire damage from the denizen would have counted. Which is very stupid, but I mean, this whole map is stupid. Like I said, no revisionist history bullshit. This map is not good. You could say, oh, it's so bad, it's fun. I disagree, but I will understand that one. But saying this map is good, no. I'm not, listen, I was there when it came out. I've been playing it since it's been out. No, it's not good. This also should have been a survival map, by the way. I don't, they could have done so much more. It hurts sometimes. Knowing how much more they could have done but didn't do. Which, speaking of, I already talked about this in my other BO2 video about BO2 being back, but they could have added the cut content. Leave a comment. Would y'all have wanted them to add the cut content from BO2 in this port, or do you prefer it being exactly how it is, or it being exactly how it was when it came out or when the final DLCs were released and everything? I don't know if this is the hot take. Maybe this is a hot take, but I would have probably preferred for the game to have released with new content. Obviously, does that mean I don't like it? I already have 40 hours on BO2. No, that is not what that means. But I just feel like it would have been really cool. Like, even imagine they didn't announce it either. There's like, hey, Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 ports are here. There's Black Ops 1 cut content too. But especially the cut content on this game, that would have been, dude, all of the World at War and Black Ops 1 maps. Are you out of your mind? That would have been sick, especially with no announcement. And then, like, what if they added that's just cut DLC 5, okay? Like I said, maybe I'm in the minority on wishing that they had added that. Sure, that is no problem. Maybe so. But imagine if they also added other cut content like the bus route. Be like, okay, at that point it starts getting to be a different game, because then you would have to do like a whole different, like, Transit BO2 2012 versus Transit BO2 2026. Like, if they just added like DLC 5, then it would have just been like, oh, okay, this is you can only play this DLC on this game on this version of the game. So like what I'm specifically thinking about are like online leaderboards. If they just added DLC 5, then it just would have been like, you know, holy shit, for the first time BO2 has new content. That's crazy. We'll add this. But if they added like Bus Route B and then like all this other cut content from other maps. Because remember, Mob of the Dead was supposed to be as big as Blood of the Dead. Like I said in my other BO2 video, working on dated hardware is probably not that fun and probably difficult. Oh, this doesn't cost points. Oh, this definitely isn't going to work. So does that mean I did get set on fire, or am I forgetting a door? I don't think I am, but let me double check that. Because if I'm forgetting a door, then I'll have to restart. I don't think I am, though. I think I've hit them all. I'm pretty sure I've hit every door, unless the Pack-a-Punch door counts, but it definitely doesn't. Okay, well, let me finish my thought. Working on dated hardware definitely can't be fun. Maybe it is, actually, I don't know. But if they added cut content from back in the day, then it definitely would have had to have been like a complete overhaul, completely different. I just think that the denizen fire damage counted. That's what I think it was. If a zombie's on fire and they damage you, I think that counts as being on fire, which is stupid. Happens, I guess. I mean, I can't do anything about it unless I'm forgetting something. Okay, this should work for power. That is correct. Also, the train. The transit train. That was another old theory from back in the day. Yeah, I think the fire damage counted. Like I said, unless they count Pack-a-Punch, but I don't think they do. We will see. But I need to make sure I need to figure out where that last part is, first of all. I need to figure out what that last part is for this buildable. Need to build it. So let me make sure. Like, I can't pick it up. Yeah, additional parts required. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't going crazy. All right, so let's start in this corner. So there's no part in this corner. We're going to jump over here. There's no part up here. There's no part in the windows. No part at, like, the edge. There's a zombie. That's awesome. Alright, so if we drop down onto the bridge, we don't want to fall. We can't go to this side, right? So it's just here, nothing here, and there's nothing over here, and there's nothing in here. Dude, I'm so stupid. I know exactly where it is. Whatever, bro. Come on, that was like close enough. They should have just given that one to me. Alright, so we built this. We'll put this down, but it needs a source of power, right? So like, oh, it's an electric trap. We turn off the turbine, it doesn't work. It's horrible. It is not a good trap. All right, let's jump through here. All right, so I'm missing jet gun part, I believe. I will figure out where that part is. I can't believe I forgot about Noct. We have to go to Noct. That is exactly what we have to do, which means we can go there this way. And then after that, I think so that should be 4, right? So the turbine, the shield, that should be 4. But I'm also going to build Pack-a-Punch because I think that would count as a buildable in case the achievement doesn't pop. And then we'll have to restart for the Now You See Me. Or don't fire until you see. I'll probably grind up some points for the bank because I need them, especially because I took out like 15k and I haven't built my savings up yet. Like on the 360 and on PC, bro, I'm fine on the bank. But PS5, no bueno. All right, so let's go ahead and go to Noct. And I'm pretty sure there's no doors at Noct either. Also, you know, I just watched this. So I did have to pull up a guide. It's this guy named Ace of Spades. He made a video 2 years ago about like the ultimate transit guide. I think that's so fucking cool, and it was before the ports. Obviously, it was 2 years ago. I think that's cool. I think I'm going to start making... That's for the NAVCAR table. I'm going to make... I think I want to make a guide on some of these achievements in the big 2026. Alright, so we need like a little handle thingy. This? There's nothing there, Daven. I said, is it this? And proceeded to look at nothing. Oh, the theories, bro. The bridge out there. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about like younger me would be so intrigued of like, oh my gosh, what about all these theories? None of them had any credibility, which is probably because the storyline got changed, you know, with Zelensky and Blundell. But I don't know, bro. You just like everything used to be like, why did Treyarch put it here? Dude, it's fucking impossible to see this, bro. It's right here. All right, let's see if we can get back to town. Yeah, if we can build this, that might be it. I'm not sure, but hopefully this sends us back to town because we have to go back to power regardless to put the turbine down. Yeah. This is fine. This is fine. This put us in between diner and farm. All right, so there we just got the achievement for 4 different buildables. And I think I'll open Pack-a-Punch. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it just takes a while. And I'll double check the don't fire until you see, but I'm pretty sure I just took damage. All right, so I just watched the video. And I think maybe I am fine. He said that the zombies hitting you with fire damage doesn't count. So maybe I am good. I might have just missed one door at farm because I remember specifically like the white door I did not put the turbine down. Can a denizen please fucking grab my head? We'll put the turbine down. Then we'll just see. I don't know. Dude, are we fucking serious? I can't fucking stand this map, dude. This is so fucking stupid because the turbine was literally there on full health and it was fine, and the zombie fucking despawned, so there's no fucking reason to shouldn't have voted. Well, we got set on fire anyways because of the stupid fucking jet gun, so I'm just gonna fucking hoard. I'm just gonna get some points. I forgot to show this for some of them, but don't fire until you see is point 1. The video is titled Getting the Rarest Zombies Achievements, and I didn't even show it. And then Tower of Babel, see, technically, look, more people have done the Easter egg than they have done this challenge, so I'm just saying. All right, so the one we're gonna do real quick here is reach round 10 before turning on the power. We could probably do this one as well, and this liquefier one's not difficult, but shafted, mad without power, and facing the dragon, those are the most rare ones. And this one is also rare, but this is on turned. I don't know about this one because that requires public match games. We'll see, but for now we're just gonna, for this one, we're getting to round 10 without turning on the power. All right, so that one wasn't too bad. I am going to go ahead and put my SVU back in the weapon locker. I did need to pull out the Pack-a-Punch SVU. That one wasn't too bad, but it was kind of like, not difficult, but like, it definitely could have been. And I am also ending the game so that I don't get it down. Yeah, it wasn't too bad, but I did need to lock in, for sure. I was kind of like, oh, that'll be easy. I could just go to the rooftop and train. No, I didn't grab a key for the elevator. That was on me for sure. I did have to lock in a little bit, but we got mad without power, and now we will see if we can go ahead and get one of the other ones. We have quite a lot to do. Reach the dragon head before round 2. We'll need to use the bank for that, but that one won't be difficult. So I'm pretty sure this just means do it on round 1. I'm pretty sure if you get to round 2 and do it, it doesn't count. So we need to do this on round 1, and then we also need to go for shafted, which is use Pack-a-Punch in all perk machines in one game. That's not difficult, just a little tedious, and you'll have to go down and stuff like that to do it. But we'll see about shafted. But right now, the main one we're gonna do is facing the dragon. All right, so we have built the liquefier. No issues there. Now all we need to do is face the dragon without killing this zombie. So let's go ahead. This is before round 2. We just jump up here and look at him. I'm pretty sure. There we go, facing the dragon. So now, we probably shouldn't jump over there quite yet, so I'm not going to. I'm gonna see if I can get set up a little bit. All right, we'll go over here, we'll get quick revive, so that's the first perk machine used. So we need to do this one, we need to do Who's Who, which, I mean, we could go ahead and get it, but I'd rather not yet. And then Jug, Mule Kick, and Double Tap are on the other side. We don't need to get the trophy for flinging 10 zombies right now, but we can go ahead and build this. And, I mean, we can go for it just in case. I mean, it doesn't really matter. All right, so right now, I've just been getting some points. We have used the Pack-a-Punch. We have 4 perks. The only perk machines we need to hit are Double Tap and Mule Kick. So what I'm thinking is I'm just go for a little bit, and then when I get to one zombie, I'm just gonna let it kill me, and then probably either buy the perks with Who's Who, or like if I feel confident enough, I'll res myself and then purchase it. But regardless, this is, like I said, it's not difficult, just a little tedious, and you have to go down to get it. I am not a Die Rise defender, however, the aesthetic of the map, fucking amazing. All, like, look at it, like, we're in the middle of, like, the skyscraper, I don't know, but just, like, the space, like, the way space looks, and, like, the moon and the meteors and shit, I don't know, I just really like the aesthetic of this map. Alright, so we are good, we have plenty of points, so what I'm gonna do, I'm pretty sure if I revive myself with Who's Who, I only have 1 perk spot. So I think I'm just gonna not revive myself and just buy Mule Kick and Double Tap. So let's go ahead and kill me, buddy. Hey man. Hey buddy. It was fun while it lasted. Rest in peace. All right, but now I have to be careful because I don't have my weapons. Okay, well, here's double tap. Well, shit, maybe I could just do it right now. If Mule Kick's over here, I'll just do it right now. Oh, I am. Why is it not? I thought it was supposed to give like a little revive symbol. Mule Kick is coming. Major pause, buddy. Oh, you know what, though? Because I just bought double tap, I can revive myself. I'll lose who's who, and I'll just pick Mule Kick up. I'll be chilling. Alright, oh yeah, I guess we get that too. Yeah, reviving yourself with who's who, you get that achievement. That one's not rare though, so I didn't even think about it. But yeah, we just buy Mule Kick right here, and then we'll get shafted. And then I'm going to put all of these points in the bank, and we will be moving on probably to Mob of the Dead. I'm not sure though. Remember, we still have to do don't fire until you see on transit. Still have to do that really annoying one that has not been working. Alright, so we should get it as soon as we get the perk. There we go. There we go. Shafted. Alright, so I'll get up. I'm going to get back up to 40k, put this in the bank. I will see y'all on probably Mob of the Dead. To be honest, not sure. Because we still have some trophies left. So probably Mob, but we'll see. Okay, so right now I'm downloading, well, downloading is not the right word. I bought the physical copy of Halo CE for PS5. It is copying. We're going to go for 2 achievements. They're not quite as rare as the other ones, but, you know, we'll let it slide. So right now we're going to do this one, Mazed and Confused, survive an entire round within the maze on 20 or higher, and we're going to purchase the LSAT off the wall impact puncher. This one, like I said, this one isn't that rare. This one is 0.3, so that's pretty rare, and then the rest of these are not that bad. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and do this one real quick. I always wondered, like, I understand that this is like a factory or something, but like, what the... Like, how is it still moving? Like, this place has been abandoned forever. And don't forget, this factory part, not what we play. This whole thing, not important. And I also do always wonder, you know, the world is like literally shattered and breaking apart, and we're just chilling on the earth. Isn't that just crazy? Obviously, zombies, this is not, doesn't need to be realistic. You know, obviously I'm not saying that. Just saying, it's just stuff I found interesting back in the day. So if anyone doesn't know, to get the LSAT, we need to jump up here. This only lasts for about 2 seconds, so then we need to run and buy that off the wall. Like, if this one isn't difficult, and I don't, honestly, depending on if you're set up enough, surviving in the maze on round 20 isn't even that difficult. But just like Awaken the Gazebo, it's just more like you're not gonna do it unless you go out of your way to do it, you know. And also, I don't think I said this earlier, but I'm doing these achievements not by map. I'm just doing them in whatever order I want to spice it up a little bit, because most of the time when people do videos like this, they do it by like whatever, like they just do it by map. Like they'll start with transit and then they will just keep going with all the transit ones and then die rise, or you know, stuff like that. But I want to spice it up. Instead of doing all of the achievements on transit then doing die rise, I'm just kind of doing them in whatever order I want to. And if you don't like that, listen buddy, didn't ask. All right, so let's not choke this. All right, I'm not fucking around this time. I can't believe I missed it the first time, to be honest with you, bro. I don't see. Look, that's not difficult. I cannot believe I missed that, bro. Whatever. Anyway, so now all we need to do is pack a punch this, and then we, like I said earlier, we need to survive to round 20 in the maze, or we need to survive any round on round 20 or higher in the maze. And hopefully I don't die, so I'm probably going to buy Quick Revive. When I know I have PhD, I love to do this. Can you imagine I died? I would have just ended the video right there. Are you fucking kidding me? What happened? I guess I disconnected, but would the game freeze right after? What the fuck? Whatever, bro. You've been disconnected from the fucking Black Ops 2. Look at this shit. And then we're right back here. What are we talking about, bro? Oh my gosh. It was this recording right now. This is like an hour after, because I disconnected from the servers again. If I disconnect a third time, I'm not downloading anything anymore. If I disconnect a third time, the video's ending, and that's it, buddy. So I don't know what to tell y'all, but hopefully I can just pack-a-punch this damn gun, and then I can just survive round 20 or higher in the maze, and it'll all go smooth, and there won't be any problems. Alright, sorry guys, I just had to lock in. So we have bought the LSAT, we have now pack-a-punched it. Once we retrieve it, we will get the achievement that is not actually that rare. First against the wall, but it's Fissert because the LSAT is last with a letter in the wrong spot. Now, but give me just a minute. I'm going to get set up, and then I'm going to camp in the maze or camp until round 20 and then go into the maze. But give me just a minute and I'll be back so we can do the round 20 achievement, something about being in the maze. All right, so we're here on round 19. I've got a good amount of money in the bank. We got the Mark II Paralyzer and the LSAT still. We're gonna try. I don't think we'll have any issues. We just need to complete a full round in the maze, so I'm just gonna stay in this one spot, I guess. And if it doesn't pop, then I'll just go to like different spots in the maze. I'm not really worried, especially since like if I need to, like if I'm about to die, I can always use the teleporter. And then I have the Mark II and Paralyzer as backup, so I really think this won't be difficult, but I'm low-key kind of worried a little bit, because what if it is difficult and then I look like a fraud? What if I look like a zombies LARPer in 2026? That would be very embarrassing, and I don't want that to happen. The one thing I will say, the maze is kind of difficult because there is, I don't know actually, but I'm pretty sure there's nowhere you can really camp. See, like the zombies can spawn in any part of the grass. So I don't think there's any spot you can really camp unless it's like, unless I really say, all right, guys, this is it. We're camping right here. And I would probably die. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I would probably die if okay, well, they spawn right there anyway. So that's definitely not going to work. But you see what I mean. There's nowhere to really camp, but I'm not going to train in the maze either. So we're just going to do our best here. This is definitely the most open spot. But if, like I said, if for some reason they don't count this spot, then I will just run through the maze the round after. There are, you know, it's kind of crazy. Some spots of the maze, you never see. Like this corner, no one ever comes back here. That side, like that back wall, sometimes you go over there. Most of the time, people don't come into the maze unless they have the Paralyzer, so then they can just skip it anyways. But if you don't have the Paralyzer, like you never see this part of the maze, you know what I mean? So as I am recording this, we have just found some very interesting unknown cut content from Black Ops 1. So it looks like it was also, I'm not going to put it up because I am a little nervous that I don't think it's been taken down from Twitter, the Everything app, yet. But just in case, I am a little worried because I don't want my video to get taken down. So I'm not going to put it up, right? I'm not going to put it up, but there was a tower defense like game mode in Black Ops 1. So you know how originally Knocked and like the whole Zombies game mode was made like a first person tower defense. This was like you fly around and you upgrade and place traps and stuff. Like you don't, like there's no on the ground playing as far as I could tell. And nobody knew about this, but it was in the files of the Black Ops 1 port, which means that whatever version Iron Galaxy got to port to the PS5, it was a very, I mean, it was obviously like the final build, I guess, but that, as far as I know, those files are not in the 360 and the PS3 versions, so they must have got like an earlier build and then like updated it to be as soon as like, I don't know, it's weird because like obviously you would think like, oh, surely they would have the most updated versions, but then like there's some content missing, there's some content that's different. It's very minor stuff, but like the ray gun texture is different on Transit and Die Rise and Town. It's all one texture instead of previously it was two textures. The regular ray gun had like one texture for all the maps before Buried, and then it had a separate texture for Buried and Origins, and now it's all just the same texture. I mentioned this in my other video, but like all the Advanced Warfare pre-order stuff, the calling card and camo, that's just like missing completely. Black Ops 1, I'm not 100% sure what's changed or what's like different that they haven't added in as an update, but they're not just one-to-one ports, which I do find interesting. And like I said, you know, if they decided to drop DLC 5, you know, the BO2 DLC, or if there's like a cut BO1 DLC, if they drop that, that would be pretty fucking cool. I'm not here to listen to people say that that wouldn't be cool. You can say you would rather them not do that, that's fine. But if you say it wouldn't be cool, incorrect, because playing all the World War BO1 maps on BO2 would be awesome. 14 years after the game originally came out, that would be sick. But yeah, it's pretty cool that 15, 16 years later, we're finding unknown cut content in games still. Because, I was under the impression that all of the cut content... Oh, look, it popped. Cool. Amazing Confused. It was like 0.3%. Players have gotten it. That'll, of course, go up over time, but now I'm part of the 0.3. But I was under the impression that, like, so obviously not all of the cut content had been found, like, I knew that, but, like, I thought all the important and juicy stuff was already leaked or found. Because remember, DLC 5 for BO2 was leaked, like, a year or two ago. Like, it was very recent that it got leaked, and it was previously just thought to be rumors. I was there, I remember the rumors about it. People were very like, yep, this is gonna happen, there is a DLC 5, and then it never happened. So people were like, well, I guess they were just lied to, but then they weren't. They were not, they just didn't release it. And, that build also has Origins with, like, a different layout and stuff. The Origin stuff doesn't need to... Because I think that build with DLC 5, I think Origins isn't even finished. They just have different areas that they had changed their mind on, but the actual map isn't finished. So that doesn't need to... we don't need to play an unfinished version of a map, yeah, but being able to play... Because all the ports were finished. Like, you can technically play them. I have had at least one person say you should put them on the speedrun boards. I'm not going to do that because of how difficult it is to play some of them. Like, you have to jump through a lot of hoops, and technically, nobody's supposed to have it because it's, it was leaked to the public, and it's not official. It's not an official release, and it's different from custom maps because custom maps are used with official mod tools. The BO2 DLC 5 is an unofficial release because it wasn't finished. It's too much of a slippery slope. I'm not going to do it unless enough people ask, or if they end up releasing it. But I doubt they're gonna release it. But like I said, the chance is above 0. It's an above 0% chance that they could release it. But having, like, new content on such a beloved game that's so old would be that would be awesome. We still have to do the transit one. Don't fire until you see. That one's been pissing me off. I hope that's probably gonna end up being the last one I get because of how annoying it's being. But what I'm about to do is put these points in the bank, and then I'm going to end this segment, and then when next time I see y'all, I will have played some of Halo for PS5, because that's what I'm about to do. It just finished copying like an hour ago. Remember, no disc, no buy. We bought the physical copy. So I'm going to play that after I'm done here, and then next time y'all see me, I will be probably playing Mob of the Dead, because I haven't played Mob too much on the ports. So here is what I decided to do. Because this video is already 50 minutes long, did not mean for that to happen, by the way. Because this video is over 50 minutes long already, I'm going to end this video here. This is going to be part 1 of getting some of the Rarest Zombies achievements. And then, like the achievements I got in this video are the ones for part 1. Then part 2, I will do Don't Fire Until You See, Brutus's Patrol, upgrading the Sniper Trap, and then any of the other ones I missed. But this is going to be the end of this one. I hope no one's too disappointed. If you are, I apologize. But like I said, this video is already 50 minutes long. I don't want to make it too long. I am a fan of longer videos, but I don't want to make this one extremely long. So this one has these achievements that I've already gotten, and then the next one that I'm going to be doing is going to have the ones that I was talking about in this video. I really hope I didn't upset anybody. I really do hope that y'all understand, but I am going to do them, I promise, just not in this video. Anyways, thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate it. I did put a lot of time into this video. That's why I haven't uploaded in 2 weeks, because I've been working on this. And make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed all that stuff, and I will catch y'all in the next one.